I wrote Shoreline 2160 because I know what it's like to live in a society that is being impacted by climate change. I grew up in Chicago, and I remember people dying because it was so cold or it was too hot. I know what climate change is like long before there was like a language for it, a word for it. I remember people dying, and I remember coming back home to Chicago and seeing, oh my God, I'm like about to cry. seeing, oh my gosh, seeing,
The impact of real lives being affected by climate change and the weather. And in Chicago, the weather is horribly drastic.
yes.
And
seeing
it affects us all.
Lake Michigan, what happened to it, and seeing that people can't be on the beach anymore. And so, it means a lot to me. And my father was a migrant. He migrated from Jamaica, and seeing what happens. Jamaica is also facing its own environmental disaster that no one really talks about, and seeing how the environmental disasters become political issues and drive people out of their homes. So I wanted to talk about that, and I've been studying this issue for a very, very long time, and I can see where Washington State is going. Not just Washington State, but this country and the world, where people, some people have access just because they happen to be born in a certain area, and they're not as impacted. Maybe they have access to the rivers, to the streams, and other people don't get access because of the political systems that are in place, where their streams, their rivers, their oceans are polluted, and people die because of this. People die of like diseases. They die from like poisoned water. They get dysentery. They get all types of diseases. They lose access to food sources, and people glaze it over and they say, well, this is because of poverty or political corruption. But no, it's because of an overarching system that has been with us for a long time, where all these things have been happening. Forests have been like cut down right here in Seattle. We are living on a dead land, land that's like been stripped completely, and nobody even realizes it. And the ecological system that's been completely violated, raped, and destroyed, and we're living there. We're wondering why these things are happening, and they're happening because the system that we live in is destroying our environment and pretending that it is normal, that is the way that things are supposed to be. And Shoreline 2160 is about saying that this is not the way it's supposed to be, that this is a lie, and that I hope that people begin to question and ask themselves, is this how I'm supposed to live? What future am I creating for my children, for my grandchildren, for future generations? And hopefully they can make a change and make a difference.